Well, this is where it all started. Mercy's Cross really began right here. This was a photography studio that my wife and I owned, and for our first meeting, we sent out some invitations, called some people, and we had a grand total of about 6 people plus kids that showed up. It was super exciting, a grand affair. But anyway, we met in this room, and actually I was sitting on this side. There was a couch over here on this side. It's a grand worship center, technologically advanced, as you can see. It was amazing. It wasn't much better than it is now. But I was on this side, and Stacy and I sat here, and there was couples on another couch, and we spread out through this room. And I began to talk, and they had come expecting kind of a simple Bible study. I was kind of known for talking about the book of Revelation, and people kind of want to hear about that. And so I sat down, and I told them, I said, look, I got to tell you something that's on my heart. I believe God's calling us to reach out to this community. I mean, the churches aren't reaching people, and there's a whole gang of people that need to be reached. And so we decided that we could do that, and we could fit that bill. How would you guys like to be a part of a brand new church plant, something that's just off the hook, radical and different? I have no backing, no support, no church wants to be a part of it. We just started ourselves. What are you guys thinking about it? And we put it to a vote, only vote we've ever had, Mercy's Cross. I said, okay, everybody raise your hand if you want to be a part of it. And some of the people did, and some of them didn't. Just the toddlers, they were all for it, but the older people wasn't really much for it. But anyway, now a lot of folks did, said, yeah, we think it's a good idea. And that's where it started. So this is where we began. And so some Sundays you may see me walking around the campus or going inside the church, and I may look like a kid that went to Disney World, because I look around and I'll go, wow, well, where'd all these people come from? How did this happen? It's an amazing thing to see how God has worked among us. And remember, we never received any money from anybody. No one ever came and assisted us as far as any church or denomination or anything like that. And that's not a nick against anybody, but it's just the truth. It's just what God's done among us. And so when you walk around the campus and you look at it, you may think, well, what's the big deal? The big deal is that God's done something huge here, and you're a part of that. We each one are, and we've seen it happen. It's an amazing thing. That's kind of our history, is that we start out in a place like this, a little tiny place, just with an idea, a hunch, that God can do something amazing, and then we get to live it every weekend when we see all of the different people who gather together every single weekend to hear about God and to learn about Him and to see their lives change. It's an amazing thing.